Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of the show with no name on Vaughn Radio, and we are in the holiday spirit, amigos. Oh yeah. I hope you guys are excited, or at least as half as excited as my daughter, my wife, and I am. Man, we are pumped. We are pumped. It's the holiday season. But ladies and gentlemen, the show must go on. And this is our last week before we take a little break. So everybody help me out. Right now, it's time
10,
for,
9,
you know
8,
it,
7,
liftoff. Let's
6,
go.
5, 4,
3,
2,
come on.
1, 0.
Come on.
Ignition.
Come on.
Liftoff.
Yes.
Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Here we go.
Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats.
Get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no. It's show with no name time on Vaughn Radio. It's a show with no name. It's the show. Let's go.
Welcome, welcome one, welcome all. It's time for your English extravaganza here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to download our free app. Also, follow us on social media. And this way, you never miss a beat. You'll always know what's going on in the Vaughn world. You'll be a part of our community. Welcome, Show with No Namers. Happy holidays. It's official. This is the countdown. We didn't just do the countdown to liftoff, but we also counted down now. I mean, less than 10 days? What's today's date? I don't even know the date. We're in the final stretch. We're in the home stretch. If you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You like to live on the edge? Like Aerosmith? Living on the edge. Vivir al borde? Really? You like to suffer? Are you a glutton for punishment? ¿Te gusta que te castigan? Decimos un glotón para el castigo. Masoquista, is that what you say? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe you are. Well, don't put it off any longer. Toma, mucho vocabulario ya en 2 minutitos. To put it off. Well, I mean, you're going to regret it. You're going to be there on the 24th. Wherever you choose to go, it's going to be packed. I mean, hustle and bustle. There's no better word to summarize the holiday season. Hustle and bustle. Ajetreo.
This is the way I love to learn, where the class is exciting and we keep fighting to make English awesome. Wow. Menos mal que nos dedicamos a la enseñanza y no al canto. Aprovecha nuestras super ofertas durante este holiday season. Descubre nuestros cursos intensivos de Navidad y podrás tener la flexibilidad total. Inglés emocionante a tu medida con Vaughan. Más información en grupovaughan.com o llámanos al 911-385831 y síguenos en las redes. 'Tis the season to learn English. La 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 la.
That's right, folks. Tis the season. It is the season. Tis the season to learn English. Stop by our website and you can find out more about all our special deals. Our main website is grupovon.com and our bookshop is the Von Tienda. And folks, let's take a look at this week's question of the week.
Question of the week.
That's right. All right, folks, question of the week. Here we are. It's not just Christmas time. It's the end of 2023. That's right. We're winding down. To wind down. Y terminando. I hope you guys had a wonderful year. I know it's been a wonderful year together with you guys, but I also hope you had a wonderful year in your personal lives, financially. I don't know, however you can be lucky. I hope you had tons of great luck and get everything you deserve, not only last year in 2023, but also in the coming year, 2024. Wow. Where did it go? All right, so here's what you have to do. You've got to look back. You've got to reflect and tell us in under a minute. Well, keep it at around a minute. Remember, you still have to introduce yourself. Hey, it's Vero. Hey, it's Kubla. Hey, it's Chris Valrol. Hey, it's Elena. What's going on? Well, 2023 has been a year of da-da-da-da. This is the year I finally did this. Or this is a year where whatever. Maybe you lost a loved one. But sum it up. What happened to you in 2023? Use your best English. But remember, what I'm more interested in is that you sound natural. And how do you sound natural when you're speaking another language? You sound comfortable. And how do you sound comfortable? By being pretty sure of it. You know, I know now a lot of times in Spanish when something's wrong because it sounds wrong. That's how natives know stuff, guys. So keep listening, keep playing, and keep participating. If you'd like to sum up your year, send me a 1-minute voice message. You can send it to me before this Friday. That would be great. Friday the 22nd. The last Friday will be on the air of 2023. Sum up your year in a nutshell. En resumidas cuentas. Wow. We've really looked at a lot of vocabulary, and we've been on the air for under 10 minutes. So, as always, we look forward to hearing from you. I say we because I speak on behalf of all our Show with No Namers. Thank you to you who have participated week after week. You don't know how much I appreciate it. And those of you who haven't participated, what are you waiting for? I can't wait to hear from you. And speaking of participation, I think it's time for our pop quiz. Come on! Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, right, because the technology doesn't work that way. Yeah, sorry. Pop quiz. I'm in a goofy mood today, folks. De tontorrón. Come on, get goofy with me. The remix. Goofy remix. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, amigos. All right. Welcome to our pop quiz. Today, we're going to be listening to a little soundbite from Aprende Inglés Desde Cero. Now, this is a material that's available at our Von Tienda as with all our materials, it comes with amazing amounts of audio. Now, I don't know how much. Let me see. Aprende inglés desde cero. Oh, sorry. I got the wrong website here. Aprende inglés. There it is. That's the one. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Paciencia conmigo. All right. So let's take a guess here. It is a book that teaches you English from square one. You're going back to basics over here, my amigos. But you know what? There is not one high-level student of mine who couldn't use a refresher. You catch my drift? I'm serious. I don't care what phrasal verbs you use and what fancy expressions, blah, blah, blah. If you mix up was and were, if you can't use there have been, these certain structures that we use pretty often, have there been any storms? No, there haven't been, but I don't mean use them. I mean use them comfortably, which is our goal here, to be so used to something that it just kind of comes out right because we're so used to hearing it, right? I'm telling you, that's the way it works. You guys know it. You can hear it with the Learn with Lara section with my daughter. She's just like, I'm not questioning anything. I'm just repeating what I hear. And that's the lesson we can take from all of those lessons that we see on Wednesday. So yeah, we have a couple weekly sections on the show. We've got our Learn with Lara section every Wednesday. And on Fridays, well, that's when we take a look at you. Well, I should say we give you a listen instead of take a look at you. That would be cool if we could put a video of you, but that would be too much work. I think we've got it. We've got the section going really well. You know why? Because so many people have been participating. Again, I am extremely proud of all of you who have participated. Keep up the amazing work in the question of the week. But wait, it's not question of the week time now. It's time for the pop quiz. So here we go. Are you ready to participate? Again, I recommend this material, this resource for all levels, right? All levels. I'm saying, if you consider yourself, well, I negotiate stuff in English. But you know what? It's always good to go back to basics. Now, going back to my question here, I didn't forget and just, get sidetracked. Me distraigo. I get sidetracked. Es la expresión. 7 hours of audio, my amigos. 7 whopping hours of audio where you can learn or relearn how to pronounce, how to say, how to use all these basic structures that are the building blocks of any language. Right? It's like if I say, yo decir, instantly people are going to be like, where's this guy from? Right? Well, that's what it says. If I walk, no, it's I walked. El matiz is every day I walk. Yesterday I walked. Da igual la ed. No suena como ed. Es una T. So this is the kind of stuff I think every student could go over and repeating these structures. How many of my high-level students, and I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to say names or anything. I would never do that. But how many high-level students of mine have come up to me and says, Alberto, it is a great book. And I say, eat. Why are you saying eat? Comer. It is a great book. It is. I'm like, well, Pablo, I'm making up the name here. Pablo, what do you mean it is? I mean, you're supposedly an high intermediate level student. It is. That doesn't sound like anything anybody would say. Right? So it's that simple. These little adjustments that are going to make you sound better and make you feel more native too. It's like, I don't like to eliminate letters or anything, but when I would never, ever, ever, ever in a million years say cuñado. Cuñado. Why? I've never heard you guys say it like that. So when you start saying cuñado, I'll start saying cuñado. So what am I getting at? The importance of listening, paying attention, and repeating what you hear. So everybody listen to this little audio clip, and then I've got a mission for you, as always. This is from the Vaughn material, Aprende Inglés Desde Cero. It's a complete course with 7 hours of audio. It's the perfect thing to do during the holiday season now. It's under $20. You can get more information over at vaughntienda.com.
1.1 Grammar. This is and this isn't.
Esto es una mesa.
This is a table.
Esto es un bolígrafo.
This is a pen.
Esto es una silla.
This is a chair.
Esto es un teléfono.
This is a phone.
Esto es un móvil.
This is a mobile phone.
Esto es un bolso.
This is a bag.
Esto es una puerta.
This is a door.
Esto es un coche.
This is a car.
Esto no es un teléfono.
This isn't a phone.
Esto no es una puerta.
This isn't a door.
Esto no es una mesa.
This isn't a table.
Esto no es un coche.
This isn't a car.
Esto no es un móvil.
This isn't a mobile phone.
Esto no es una silla.
This isn't a chair.
Esto no es un libro.
This isn't a book.
Esto no es un bolso.
This isn't a bag. 1.2 Grammar. Is this? Yes, it is. No, it's not.
¿Esto es un bolígrafo?
Is this a pen?
¿Esto es una mesa?
Is this a table?
¿Esto es un móvil?
Is this a mobile?
¿Esto es una silla?
Is this a chair?
¿Esto es un libro?
Is this a book?
¿Esto es un bolso?
Is this a bag?
¿Esto es una bicicleta?
Is this a bike?
¿Esto es una ventana?
Is this a window?
¿Esto es una mesa? Sí, lo es.
Is this a table? Yes, it is.
¿Esto es una ventana? Sí, lo es.
Is this a window? Yes, it is.
¿Esto es un teléfono? Sí, lo es.
Is this a phone? Yes, it is.
¿Esto es un bolígrafo? No, no lo es.
Is this a pen? No, it isn't. No, it's not.
¿Esto es una silla? No, no lo es.
Is this a chair? No, it isn't. No, it's not.
¿Esto es una puerta? No, no lo es.
Is this a door? No, it isn't. No, it's not. 1.3 Pronunciation. I'm from.
Ein from.
No, we don't say ein von, we say I'm from.
Soy de España.
I'm from Spain.
Soy de Inglaterra.
I'm from England.
Hola, me llamo Jack y soy de Londres.
Hello, my name is Jack and I'm from London.
Hola, me llamo María y soy de Sevilla.
Hi, my name is Maria and I'm from Seville.
Buenos días, me llamo Nuria y soy de Barcelona.
Good morning, my name is Nuria and I'm from Barcelona. 1.4 Key verb. To live.
Yo vivo.
I live.
Tú vives.
You live.
Él, ella, ello vive.
He, she, it lives.
Nosotros, nosotras vivimos.
We live.
Vosotros, vosotras vivís.
You live.
Ellos, ellas viven.
They live.
Vivo en Madrid.
I live in Madrid.
Ella vive en Roma.
She lives in Rome.
Él vive en España.
He lives in Spain.
Vivimos en Ávila.
We live in Avila.
Viven en Inglaterra.
They live in England.
Vivo en Bilbao, pero soy de Badajoz.
I live in Bilbao, but I'm from Badajoz.
Ella vive en España, pero es de Inglaterra.
She lives in Spain, but she's from England.
Él vive en Londres, pero es de Berlín.
He lives in London, but he's from Berlin.
Great job, Ximena and Carmen. Two amazing individuals, Ximena and Carmen. And Ximena, you know her. You can listen to Ximena every day right after today's show. You've got her program, Test Your English. She is one of my greatest friends at Vaughn, and what a wonderful person. Honestly, it's a blessing, right? I honestly believe that. And I'm not trying, it's a blessing that you guys can spend an hour with her every day, because she's always got funny little anecdotes, and she's a wonderful teacher and a great person. And you've got her every day at your disposal in Test Your English. And she's obviously worked on so many materials. She's worked on many of my books as well, and Carmen as well. Carmen's been on the radio. She's been on many of our audio projects. She's worked on so many. I mean, just to give you an idea of, the dedication. You don't know the hours that these girls put in proofreading, and it's tedious. When you got the book, this book is the shit. It looks really nice. Well, that's because Carmen spent many hours, Carmen, Ximena, the whole team, just poring over it, and just, their eyes, I'm sure they were strained after it. So we've got an amazing team behind our materials as well. It's Aprende Inglés desde cero. It's basically a self-study course where you can go back to basics. You can get it at the Vaughn Tienda. In fact, let me share the link with you here. Copy, 1 second, and we'll put it here in the group so you guys can get direct access. It's just even if it didn't come with the book, which the book has tons of explanations, it's got all the exercises, the translations, but even if it was just the audio, 7 hours of an audio course for under 20 euros, it's at vaughntienda.com. Take a look around our websites, as I said, because we've got a lot of really good deals going on right now for the holiday season. All right. So as you heard in that audio, there were a couple things. So let me tell you, based on my opinion, which is exactly what they were doing. But for example, how many times have somebody told me, I live in Spain? I live in Spain. I live in. Well, leave is marcharse. Live is vivir. It's a different, that's why we look at homophones. Leave and live are not homophones. They sound kind of alike, but not really, right? So, I live in Madrid. No, let's try it con la misma frase. I live in, this is how I normally hear it. I live in Spain. And it's, I live in Spain. I live in Spain. I live in Spain. I live in Spain. See, I know we're saying the same thing, but we're not. That's why I'm saying, don't think about I live in Spain. Think of I live in, boom. I live in, boom. I live in, done. And not leave. And I know you know that sound. It's ¿Qué dices? Tú, live. I live in Spain. All right. Another one. Ein von. I'm like, there are no ends. Literally no ends in that. It's I'm from, right? So careful with that one. Remember, your M's should tickle your lips. Te deberían dar cosquillitas a los labios. All right, so here's my mission for you. 2 very, very common words in English. Esto y estos. Okay, this is page 1 of any manual in English. The word esto, think of ours. Esto es un boli, estos tal, estos son tal. So here's what I want from you. I want you to rhyme some words, use a full sentence, so you can say esto rima con pa, pa, pa y pa. Give me a couple examples. Y lo mismo con estos. So the word esto and estos, I want you to rhyme some words with them, and we'll take a look at that after this quick commercial break. Wow, that really flew by there, the first part, huh? Well, we've got a lot of stuff to do today, folks. Tons of challenges. We're going to hear from our students. I got Vero, I've got Jaime, Germán, Marisol, Laura. Wow, great turnout. Buenísima asistencia. All right, folks, we'll be right back with the rest of today's show. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to tune in to all our amazing programs here. You can start your day with Rob Grams and the Probo Show. You've got Richard Vaughn Live. You got Fitz and his program, No Excuses. It's a master class with the master himself, Fitz. You're not going to find a better teacher than him. That's why he trains all of our teachers, right? The Mighty Fitz. Mighty es fuerte. Mighty Mouse, el ratón, super ratón, you call him? Mighty Mouse. Well, this is Mighty Fitz, and you can warm up for this program. I can't think of a better way to warm up for this program than with my buddy Fitz. And then after, as I said, you got Ximena. What a pleasure, what an honor to go between these two. They're heavyweights in my company, in the English world. And then you've got Rob and Andy shooting the shit, shooting the breeze in the lunchtime show. You got Speak Up with Ruby. Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. The Salad with Dave Boyce. Kyle Miller's Drive Time, and our latest show, it's Frankly Speaking with Chris Frank. Welcome back, folks. It's time for the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Say What soundbite. Hello, amigos. Let's see who we're going to hear from today. Oh, man. Awesome. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Why? This is my favorite movie. And you know what's, you want to hear about serendipity? About fate? El destino? As soon as the moment I uttered the word, to utter is to speak. The moment I uttered the word movie, Chris Valrol's comment popped up. Coincidence? I think not. So today, it's from a movie. In fact, I love this movie so much that later on in the show, I will play the entire scene. Well, a clip of the scene. Not the scene's like 4 minutes. I'll just play like a 1 minute and 30-second clip. But this, oh man. I'm sure if you add it up, all the times I've watched this movie, it's probably about 5 years of my life. Yeah. It accounts for at least 5 years of my life. And when I moved to Spain, I remember telling people, I love this movie. And I translated the title the way you would from English directly into Spanish. Well, you know what? Big mistake. Finally, I met a movie buff like me. Chris Valrol, you're like me as well. And he's like, oh no, eso en español está. I'm like, oh. And I heard the angels sing. I love this freaking movie. If you haven't seen it, you got some homework to do during the holiday season. It's based on a true story. If you know me, you might even know what movie it's from after this first listen. All right, is everybody ready over here? We're going to listen to the Say What soundbite. This is the first listen. Everybody jot this down.
You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
All right, there we go, folks. That is the first listen of today's Say What soundbite. As always, you're going to hear that 4 times. So let me give it to you a 4th time. Is everybody a 4th time? Wow, I'm really getting ahead of myself. Let me give it to you for the 2nd time. We'll get to the 4th time. Here we go.
You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. That's right, folks. More information on our website, grupovaughn.com. That's right, grupovaughn.com is where you can find out about all our courses. Remember, we've also got offices in Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and Madrid. So if you'd love to stop in, we would love to meet you and shoot the breeze. Estar de palique. And we can give you a free level test, and you can even get a sample class if you'd like. All right, let's see who's with us today. Our show with no-namers in the chat room live. And a quick shout out to all of you who can't join us live. We love you just as much. Of course we do. I don't have any favorites. Never have. Well, yes, I'm lying. my daughter. Of course. Well, I guess that's understandable. All right, there's Vero. Now, Vero has stood the test of time. Ha perdurado. She's been with us for so long, and it's a pleasure to have you here with us today, Vero. She says, morning, beautiful show with no namers / warriors around the universe and beyond. Just a last push, guys. We're almost there. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Vero. We are in the final stretch. There's Jaime. Jaime says, please. What's up, Jaime? He says, I was talking to my son. Can you say again what the question of the week is? Mejor, can you say the question of the week again en vez de say, or could you say the question of the week again? Yeah, el again no va ahí. Yes, of course. Sum up your year. Jaime, tell us about your year in around a minute. And you can send that audio note to my email address. It's alonso@grupovon.com. It's open to you guys to drop me a line. What I recommend is practice it once, record the rehearsal. No, graba el ensayo, a lo mejor te vale. And always try and find a spot where it doesn't sound like a bathroom. There's not a lot of echo or reverb, as we call it. So look for a spot, a good spot. You know what's a great spot? The closet, un armario. I swear to God. Think about it. There's nowhere for the sound to bounce around. So, well, just be, you don't have to record professional grade audio, but be conscious. That's an important thing if you want people to understand you. Well, the closer you are, well, you also don't want to be on top of the microphone either, right? Also, it depends on the microphone. Here we go. You can get into a little debate here, but we're not going to split hairs. Buscarle tres patas al gato. So sum up your year, Jaime, and show with no namers. German says, don't say cuñado, double A, say cuñis. Cuñis. I've never heard that one. Interesting. Marisol, well, good morning to you, German. Marisol, she says, good day. Let's make the most of this last week of the show with no name of the year. Yeah, no doubt. We are going to make the most of every single second here on the show today. There's Laura. What's up, Laura? Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. What's up, Laura? The show's never the same without ya. Welcome aboard. German says, morning, one and all. Good morning to you too, German. Great to have you with us. Born to Iron Man says, morning, folks. Morning to you. Born to Iron Man. Laura. Oh, Laura's participating in the pop quiz. Let's see how she does. She says, this rhymes with kiss and miss. I'll let you be the judge, guys. She says, this rhymes with kiss and miss. Yes. Great job. Also, hiss. It's what a snake does. Hiss. Great ones, Laura. All right. She says, these rhymes with knees, bees, and please. Great job. Wow. Impressive. Great job, Laura. There's Chris Valrol. She says, morning show with no namers. This rhymes with kiss. This kiss. This kiss is criminal. I think that's the one you're saying. I don't know. So absolutely. This rhymes with kiss. She says, these rhymes with bees. And you are the bee's knees, dear people. Nice job, Chris. Awesome. Thank you so much. And That was totally native. She rhymed 2 words. The bee's knees. La leche. La bomba. Let's see. German says, going into our Say What soundbite. Great. Let's see what you guys heard in our Say What soundbite today. German says it's a guy telling another guy he's funny. All right. Very short and sweet. Hey, it's great. German doesn't beat around the bush. No anda por las ramas. He doesn't beat around the bush. No way, Jose. German goes straight to the point. It's a guy telling another guy he's funny. Absolutely. It's true. Let's see. Asin que cualo jota. Wow, that's a Asin. I'm going to call you Asin. Asin says the movie is Godfellas. Well, it's not God. The movie's called Goodfellas, right? Not God. God is Dios. Goodfellas. And I think that's Joe Pesci talking. Well, I think you are, except for one little O, spot on. But what's going on over there? Let's see. Laura usually gets into some interesting, juicy details. She's quite the detective. Oh, there's Chris as well. Let's see. Laura says, I heard a dialogue from a funny American movie in which one of the characters doesn't seem to understand or like the fact that the other person thinks he is funny. Spot on, Laura. Spot on, Laura. Spot on. Clavado. Great job. Let's see. Chris Valrol. She says, I heard a conversation between some fellas. Ahí te lo has ganado. Fellows, pero nosotros decimos fellas. Es old, técnicamente F-E-L-L-O-W-S. Pero nadie lo dice así. Hey, fellas. Nice. And I love what you did, too. It's the name of the... good job, Chris. Chris, what can I say? If I were wearing a hat right now, I'd take it off. So she says, I heard a conversation between some fellows. One of them thinks the other guy says things in a funny way. But the funny guy, quote unquote, doesn't see eye to eye by the tone of his voice. You want 2 totally... I mean, Chris, what are you doing? You're racking up, coleccionando. You are racking up totally natives over here. Great job. Let's see. Anybody else before we move on to today's spelling bee? Born to Iron Man. There he is. He says, what's more, I'd say that the movie's already turned up on Show with No Name before Indeed. Listen, if I love the movie, if I love the group, the song, well, you can imagine we'll hear it a few times. I mean, it's like Christmas songs. Once a year, we got to hear them. It's par for the course, as we say. Viene con el territorio, no? All right, let's see. Anix, what's up, Anix? Anix, we got to give Anix a nice round of applause. Anix, along with other students. And you know who you are, Laura, Chris Valrol. There are a few others. I don't want to leave anybody out, but you know who you are. Those of you who have participated in every single question of the week, I'm blown away. Blown away. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope when we hear from you this week, it's all positive things, that you had a wonderful year. And you're not like, well, this year fucking sucked. Hey, es posible. Hey, be honest. You can be honest with us. We're your friends. So imagine somebody like, I'm in a bad situation. If that's the case, send me a private message. We won't play it on the air. I don't want anybody, getting hurt. That's all. Let's see. Anix says, hi. There's a group of people. They're talking about a story. One of them thinks it's a funny one, but the other one doesn't agree. And I think they're about to start a fight. Great job, Anix. Wonderful. All right. Well, great job to everybody in that section, but we've got to move on right now. We've got a lot of stuff to do. So let's move on to our spelling bee.
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It is our spelling bee here on the show with no name. And as always, this is probably one of the toughest sections here on the show every day. But I have faith in you guys. I think you guys will be able to handle it. Although some of these words are really long today. Oof. All right. Well, for the sake of simplicity, we're going to capitalize the first letter of every word. All right. Is everybody ready for the lightning round? This is relámpago. All right. Let me get ready too. Let me take a deep breath. Hey, guys, you think it's hard for you? Well, it's hard for me to go at this speed too. Here we go. The first one is DRAKE'(S) space CIRCUMNAVIGATION. The second one is RAIDING space EXPEDITION. The third one is QUEEN space ELIZABETH space Roman numeral 1. The fourth one, VOYAGE space DISCOVERY. The fifth one is STRAITS space MAGELLAN. And the last one is NUESTRA space SENORA space CONCEPCION. And here's a little clue. It's one of the newest countries in our Earth's existence. It has snowballed into a behemoth at breakneck speed. It's no secret. In my homeland, we are master marketers, among other things. Some refer to this popular place as the home of the American dream, or the land of milk and honey, the land of the free, the home of the brave, where freedom rings from sea to shining sea. We'll learn the ins and outs of American history with Richard Vaughn on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
So it has something to do with history over there. All right, well, if you haven't listened to those episodes of FYI, we've got episodes. I've got a couple episodes with Richard Vaughn now. I've got one that I did, which was an interview with him. In fact, it's really simple to remember. If you want to look for it, wherever you listen to podcasts, it is the first and the last episode of season 5 of FYI, For Your English, my self-produced podcast. So the first one, so season 5, episode 1, that's an interview, a straight up interview. Richard Vaughn, what's it like being you? And then the last one, which is episode 30 of season 5, we take a look at American history, which I don't have to tell you how much Richard knows about that. Simply fascinating. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if anybody got our spelling bee here on the first go. I'm going to go over to our chat room And, uh-oh, I see just the crickets, it seems. Uh-oh. All right, well, you know what? The good thing is you've got another chance, so let's do this. Round 2. The first one is DRAKE apostrophe S space CIRCUMNAVIGATION. The second one is RAIDING space EXPEDITION. The third one is QUEEN space ELIZABETH space Roman numeral 1. The fourth one is VOYAGE space DISCOVERY. The fifth one, STRAITS space MAGELLAN. And the last one, NUESTRA space SENORA space CONCEPCION. And I am out of breath. Folks, we are halfway through the show right now. I can't believe it. We've got a lot of stuff to cover in the second half of the show. We've got homophones, double trouble, name that movie, jokes, and so much more. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 3, or the second half of today's show with no name, whatever you prefer. We're easy. The important thing is to have fun, learn some English, and enjoy the ride. We're just a couple days away from Christmas. I can smell that roast lamb. Oh, ese cordero. Some suckling pig. Cochinillo. Sorry, vegetarians. Well, sorry, not sorry, como decimos. I'm not sorry I eat meat. Sorry you're offended. You know, by the things I like. All right, well, folks, whatever you like to have, whatever your traditions are, it's not about the food, it's not about the location. It's about who you're with. And if you're with your family, your friends, your loved ones, well, then life is good. And I'm with you guys up until the 22nd. And then we'll be back on the 8th. El ocho creo que es la vuelta. So, you know, two weeks. I think it'll be good for everybody. But, I mean, you can still listen to Vaughn Radio. The app has programming 24/7, 365. You can also catch up on old episodes of FYI. I've been releasing a lot of bonus episodes. Just yesterday, I released the episode on the Eiffel Tower, the bonus episode. All right, amigos, welcome back, welcome back. So much to do in today's show, so let's kick off with Homophones on the show with no name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones, sing a show with no name. Cause homophones time, it's homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones. Show with no name.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It is Homophones only on the show with no name. And let's take a look at what we've got for today's 2 words. Now, the first word is to make a joke of, to parody, ridiculizar, parodiar. Esa me cuesta, ridiculizar. Bueno, menudas palabras que tenéis aquí, amigos. Burlarse de, esa no me cuesta tanto. Burlarse de. Okay, burlar, engañar. It's, as a verb is hacer, engañar, no? Ridiculizar, burlarse de. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I'm trying to think of other meanings, but maybe there are some other ones. I'm not sure, but that's the first word. You might be familiar with it. The second word is mud, dirt, yucky stuff, fango, mantillo, barro, right? So, yeah, it's, when you think of this, you think of just like disgusting, like pantano, like swampland, this kind of muddy kind of terrain, okay? So the first word is burlarse de, ridiculizar. Como me cuesta. And the second word is muddy, dirty. It's el fango, mantillo. It says here, barro. So let's see if you guys are familiar with those words and if you know if those words sound exactly the same or not. Now, let me see if you're familiar with the words. Also, I see we've got a lot of people participating in our spelling bee. Great news. Stop making resolutions and start making progress with your English in the new year. We've got something for everyone under the sun. Every level, every age, every budget. Grupo Vaughn has got you covered no matter what you're looking for. Whether it be master's courses, group or one-to-one classes, either online or in person. Vaughntown,
A true immersion experience. Disney English and Vaughn Jr. for the kids. Oxford Test of English. Camps for kids of all ages. Online courses. And a wealth of other resources at vaughntienda.com. Stop by one of our centers for a free level test or a sample class from one of our top teachers. Why wait? There's no time like the present. Start the year off on the right foot. You can contact us at our website, grupovon.com, or give us a call at 911-385831. And make sure you're following us on social media. Let's get going. Pongámonos en marcha. That's right, folks. Let's get going. Let's get going. All right. We've got a lot of people participating in our homophones, in our spelling bee. By the way, before we even check, thank you. Thanks. Also, before we check your answers in both of those sections, let's listen to our Say What soundbite for the third time.
You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
All right, there we go, folks. We're going to hear that one more time, and then I'll play a bigger part of the scene for you a little bit later on in the fourth part of today's show. All right, let's see what we've got in our homophone section, and then we'll take a look at our spelling bee. We've got a lot of stuff that we're working on here, but that's great, guys. This is wonderful. We got so much to do this week, and you know how before you know it, the week will be through, and we'll go our separate ways. The great song, go our separate ways. One day, love will find you. Break those ties that bind you. Gotta love that. If you don't know that song, Separate Ways, Buscatela, it's excellent. But just for 2 weeks. And if you follow on social media, we'll be connected, amigos. And just so you know, FYI, hey, I can tell you that now. Let me just check my calendar before I start spattering out dates that don't make any sense here. The first FYI episode of 2024 will be coming out on the 5th. So it's a Reyes present. There's a Reyes present. The first episode of 2024 of For Your English will be on Amsterdam. And it's my friend Mike, who is from North Carolina. He lived in Spain, but he's been living in Amsterdam for 10 years. So he came to chat with me about this awesome, amazing silly city. It is a little bit silly sometimes. Depends how much you smoke. Well, we talk about that. Most people there don't smoke. Like he's like, Alberto, I don't smoke. He goes, that's for tourists. And when he got there, he's like, oh, dude, the cafes, the coffee shops. So kind of funny how that's a tourist thing. It's like sangria. We save the sangria for the tourists. We have tinto de verano, right? Or rebujito or something like that. But we don't vino con casera. Call it whatever you want, but we don't drink sangria. I mean, as far as I know, unless I'm missing something here. But all Americans think we're sitting around all day drinking sangria. We drink so much of it that we need a siesta. And I'm like, I don't remember the last time I had a nap. My daughter stopped taking naps this summer. And that meant Daddy stopped taking naps this summer. So I guess I do remember. All right, let's take a look at our homophones. The first person to participate is Chris Valrol. And Chris, those are the correct words. And she says they are not homophones. Interesting. German also, and he says they're not homophones. Okay. Laura says the two words are and they don't sound alike. All right, well, let's just say both words. If 3 super students here are telling me that these words don't sound alike, I gotta side with them. All right, the first word is mock. Don't mock me. Don't make fun of me, right? Don't tease me. No me vaciles. Similar kind of ideas. Are you mocking me? Are you making fun of me? Un risueñor is a mockingbird. How does the song go? Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird, and if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy...
and don't sing is wrong. Don't. So here's another thing. I realize a lot of the kids' songs, he don't want to. I'm like, why are we teaching kids to say he don't when it's he doesn't? So I tell you, you can learn from everything, but be wary, receloso. All right, the first word, mock. What does it rhyme with? Okay, it rhymes with lock, right? Una cerradura o cerrar con llave. It rhymes with flock, a group of birds, or ir en masa. The second word is muck. It rhymes with cluck. That's what a chicken does. It rhymes with tuck, meter algo, right? To tuck in your shirt. So mock versus muck. Do they sound the same? No. Great job, Chris. German and Laura. Also, speaking of, Laura nailed our Say What soundbite after the third listen. Great job, Laura. And now, folks, we're going to head back to our spelling bee, which I'm sure you recognize some of these words over here today in our spelling bee. Let's take a look. The first word was Drake's circumnavigation. And who's Drake? Well, Sir Francis Drake. And that was because today, in the year 1577, Sir Francis Drake set sail. Now, to set sail is emprender, empezar, zarpar. He set sail from Plymouth. No se dice Plymouth, se dice Plymouth. Mucho de esos, Bournemouth en Inglaterra. Los mouth, cuando es parte de una ciudad, es myth, como mito, right? So Plymouth is a myth. ¿Ves cómo siempre estamos rimando palabras? Y así te ayuda a asociar el sonido. So Sir Francis Drake set sail from Plymouth, England, on his round-the-world voyage. Let's pronounce that word, too. It's not voyage, it's voyage. Rima con bridge. His voyage came to an end when he crossed the bridge. His voyage came to the end when he crossed a bridge. So he set out or set sail. Si no estamos zarpando, we can say to set out. What time do you set out tomorrow? No, to start your trip. And so our words were Drake's circumnavigation. That was the first one. That's what it was, a circumnavigation of the globe. The raiding expedition, which was part two, number two, raiding expedition. And to raid is saquear, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like Tomb Raider. You say Tomb Raider, it's not, it's Tomb Raider. Or Raiders of the Lost Ark, the classic. Dun, 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 dun. Man, that's a great movie. Got to check that one out. I haven't seen the Dial of Destiny. Has anyone seen it? I want to see it, I guess. So that's called the Raiding Expedition. It was funded by Queen Elizabeth I, which was number 3 on our spelling bee list. Number 4, they called it the Voyage of Discovery. So Voyage Discovery was number 4. Number 5, they went through the Straits of Magellan. ¿Te suena? Estrecho de Magellan. Magellan, is that how you say? The Straits of Magellan. And the last one was Nuestra Señora de la Concepción, which was a Spanish ship. One of the Spanish ships. We all know how Spain ruled the world on all of these navigations. So Nuestra Señora de la Concepción. And that's also, a neighborhood. Our radio station started out in an area in Madrid called Barrio de la Concepción. So interesting. Let's take a look over here and see who got it first. Let's see. Born to Iron Man, taking a stab at it. I think you're the first one. Let me just check really quick over here. And Born to Iron Man. Yep. Okay. Born to Iron Man. The first one is correct. So is the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. That's right. Awesome job. Awesome job. Born to Iron Man. We also have Laura and Marisol. Wonderful job. You guys are really, really on fire today. And Laura also got to say what's that. Wow. All right, well, I guess it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie. And in a minute, you're going to tell me, Alberto, you devious little devil, you. I know it. I know you're going to tell me that in less than a minute. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to give you guys the synopsis. Why? Because the synopsis is way too easy. Demasiado fácil. So what I'm going to give you guys is the scene, and then we'll take a look at the synopsis. All right, let's take a look here. So a character, no, I can't even say the characters' names. So one person says, Marion's the least of your worries right now. Believe me. O sea, no puedo decir ni un nombre aquí, ni apodos. That's how well known it is. So Marion's the least. Marion sí que es una persona. Maybe you won't know it just from that name. So Marion's the least of your worries right now. Believe me. And he says, what do you mean? Eso lo usamos siempre, by the way. What do you mean? What do you mean? And he says, well, I mean that for nearly 3,000 years, man has been searching for the lost ark. I tried to give you guys a clue. It's not something to be taken lightly. No one knows its secrets. It's like nothing you've ever gone after before. And then he answers, laughing, riéndose a carcajadas. Oh, Marcus. What are you trying to do? Scare me? ¿Qué estás intentando hacer? ¿Asustarme? What are you trying to do? Scare me? He says, you sound like my mother. We've known each other for a long time. I don't believe in magic. No creo en la magia. I don't believe in magic. A lot of superstitious hocus pocus. Hocus pocus is like a way of saying magia, no, black. Hocus pocus. He says, I'm going after a find, un hallazgo, a find, que es algo que encuentras, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I'm going after a find of incredible historic significance. You're talking about the boogeyman. The boogeyman es el hombre del saco. You're talking about the boogeyman. Besides, you know what a cautious fellow I am. And then he throws his gun into his suitcase. Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughn Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughn Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughn Town. That's right, folks. More information about Vaughn Town, Vaughn Groups, our Christmas intensives, and all that jazz over at our website. It's grupovaughn.com. All right, nobody got the movie. All right, let me give you the trailer now. In 1936, archaeologist and adventurer Indiana Jones, all right, well, there are several movies, is hired by the U.S. government to find the Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis can obtain its awesome powers. All right, let me give you a little audio clue. Dun 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 dun. It's a movie that came out in 1981. In 1999, it was added to the National Film Registry of the U.S. Congress, and that means that the films that are chosen for that are films that are, and I quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. And I think that movie is all of that and more. It's the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it's interesting because normally what George Lucas does when he wraps a film, we wrap gifts at Christmas. We also wrap a film. What happens is he likes to go on vacation to get away. I guess it makes sense. You finish a big project and now you just need to disconnect and wait for it, because then now it's out of his hands. Now you got to kind of sit back and see what happens. Your work is done. So he usually goes on vacation to get away from what we call the hoopla, el ruido. All right. And as Star Wars, the first one, 1977, A New Hope, was just about to open, George Lucas went to Hawaii, and his buddy Steven Spielberg joined him there. Imagine hanging out with those two. Well, when they realized that this was a huge hit, this Star Wars movie, George Lucas was like, well, I guess I'll get a lot of offers. I'll be able to direct my next movie. So even though he was on vacation, he started talking about that next movie. He's like, well, this is a hit. Now you've got a platform, a springboard. And the two of them were making a sandcastle. Just imagine this scene on the beach there. You got George Lucas and Steven Spielberg making a sandcastle together. And they started talking, and Steven Spielberg confessed that he always wanted to do like a James Bond kind of character. And George Lucas said, well, I got a better idea. What about this adventure movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark? And he sold them the idea, and they started bouncing ideas off each other. And you get one of the greatest movies ever. I like Star Wars is great, but Indiana Jones, you don't even have to like the space stuff. It's about humans. It's not even about like droid. Like you don't have to, create this whole world. It's like, based on it's not based on a true story, but of course they always draw their inspiration. Any writer, author, screenwriter. The thing is, they always draw on something from real life, whether it's a news story, whether it's somebody they know, and that's the way that works. So let's see. Chris, it's not Riders. See, this is why I said we got to be careful here. It's not Riders, it's Raiders. Raiders. So, como Tomb Raider, just remember this. Si hacemos un híbrido de película, sería Tomb Raiders of the Lost Ark. Tomb Raiders. Okay, so it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. Laura, you got it. Is it Raiders of the Lost Ark? Yes, it is. Grace said the Ark was a good clue, but I couldn't find which one it was. Let's see. German says, how bad is the ridership on that Ark? Well, that's the thing. It's not Rider. It's Raider. Oh, my goodness. We're never going to get that Tomb Rider. Well, this is called Raider. Es la misma palabra. So Rider, Movistar. And Tomb Raider or Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just remember, los dos que son películas de arqueológicos are raiders, saqueadores, no montadores. They're not riding the Ark. They're raiding the Ark. All right, my amigos. We are going to a quick commercial break. I can't believe we only have another 26 minutes left on today's show. Time really does fly when you're having fun. And I thank you guys. Thank you again for all your energy, your effort, your participation every day, whether you're participating live or you're listening to this right now. Let's say this is a podcast. Hi, podcast listeners. How are you? Are you listening via the app? Hi. YouTube? Hi. Wherever. Thanks so much for tuning in. iVox? Spotify? We love you just the same. Folks, we'll be right back with the rest of today's show, so stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 4 of today's show. Time flies when you're having fun, amigos. And I'm having a blast here with you guys. I hope you're having fun as well. And I hope you'll join us all throughout the rest of this week as we bring you right into your Christmas holiday season. Then we've got the New Year, we've got the Epiphany, and we've got a lot of stuff to do this week. I've got a lot of cool shows planned for you with tons of holiday content. All right, amigos. What have we got to do? We've got to take a look at our Double Trouble. We've got to listen to our Say What soundbite. Plus, we're going to hear a larger chunk, trozo, of that scene. Plus, we've got famous birthdays, jokes, name that lyric. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to do. And we've only got 26 minutes to get it done. Welcome back to the show with no name, where English is exciting, interactive, free. It's gratis, right? Well, if you want classes, no, obviously. But it's worth, all our materials, all our classes, they're worth their weight in gold. Remember to stop by our website to make sure Vaughn Radio keeps going. From time to time, sign up for a course. You won't regret it. Or pick up one of our awesome materials like the one we looked at today, Aprende Inglés desde cero. I think every and any student could benefit from that. All right, folks, are you ready for Double Trouble?
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble, only on the show with no name. And you know what? We already looked at one of these words. So I expect everybody to take a stab at it today because the first part, you should know if you were paying attention. Like today's Name That Movie. If you were paying attention, like 2 minutes before I said Raiders of the Lost Ark, or I said Indiana Jones. So I like to help you guys out whenever I can. That's why I like to connect things here on the show, and you'll see there are a lot of threads, hilos, that connect things. All right, here we go. Te dije que estaban intentando burlarse de mi maqueta. o modelo a escala? Hey, thinking of Indiana Jones, remember? They go down into this tunnel y tienen un modelo a escala de... Well, there you go. So, te dije que estaban intentando burlarse de mi maqueta o modelo a escala. ¿Qué tiene que ver la Universidad de Oxford con Vaughan? Pues muchísimo. Es una alegría anunciar que Vaughan ha sido certificado como centro examinador de Oxford Test of English. A partir del próximo mes de marzo 2023, podrás hacer los exámenes de Oxford Test of English en los centros de Vaughan. Si quieres más información sobre esta iniciativa de Vaughan y Oxford, puedes ver más en nuestra página web, grupovaughan.com. O bien síguenos en redes sociales para más información. Oxford Test of English con Vaughan.
Brilliant.
That's right, amigos. All right, well, Laura already got our Say What soundbite, but I'm sure a few other people would like to participate. So here's your fourth and final listen.
You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
All right. Well, as promised, I mean, the scene's about like 7 minutes long or like 4.5. I'm giving you just a little piece of an amazing scene from an even more amazing movie. It's Goodfellas, uno de los nuestros. So here's the extended version, but there's even more. If you've never seen this movie, it is. I mean, it's got love. It's got betrayal, traición. It's about family. It's about everything. There's even a Christmas scene as well. Well, here it is. One of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies, Goodfellas.
You're a big cop.
Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, it's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Not just, how you tell the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
I almost had him. You stuttering prick yet? Frankie, was he shaking? I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
All right, there you go, folks. It is just a natural scene, and supposedly it was improvised. Martin Scorsese let the guys just do their thing, and he's just playing with them. He's teasing them, right? He's making fun. He's really just like, because he's not going to hurt him. But then all of a sudden, he goes, "Hey, Tommy, you're a funny guy." Typical thing you said when somebody's telling a story. He goes, "Oh, what the fuck is so funny about me? What am I, a clown? I'm here to amuse you. What am I?" And you just hear. I mean, the acting is brilliant because you can just see, the fear in his eyes. The character is Henry Hill. The actor is Ray Liotta. Great movie. And you could just see him like, he's just like, no. And the other guys, one of the guys comes in and he's trying to butt in and he goes, "Hey, Frankie, that's not what he meant, And he goes, no, he's a big boy. He knows what he said. Es un chaval. Él sabe lo que dijo. ¿Qué dijiste? What the fuck is so funny about me? Oh, my God. Excellent scene. Excellent scene. And it's Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro's in the scene, and also Ray Liotta. So the joke is on him. Also, it looks like we've got another winner here in our Say What soundbite. It's Chris Valrol. Nice job. Excellent job. Excellent job. All right, folks. Well, it's time to move on. It's time for your joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, folks. And before we get into your joking, how can I forget? We forgot to look at today's double trouble. And it was, te dije que estaban intentando burlarse de mi maqueta o mi modelo a escala. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner. It's Laura. I told you. Te lo dije. I told you they were trying to mock my mock-up. Ahí lo tienes. To mock, we looked at the word before. It doesn't sound like the word muck. They have a different sound. Mock, muck, right? So I told you they were trying to mock my mock-up. And a mock-up is another way of saying a scale model. All right. Excellent job. Wow. I am thoroughly impressed, and I think it's time for a little reward if you consider my jokes a reward.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, amigos. That's right. You are joking. And let's see what we've got today for you. As always, if you get the joke, you can explain it. If not, don't worry. I will afterwards. The first one. Did you hear about the angry mummy? Hey, we were talking about archaeology, raiders, right? Tomb Raider. Did you hear about the angry mummy? And not mommy. Los británicos dicen, my mummy. O sea, para ellos es la misma palabra momia que madre. My mummy's a mummy. We would say my mommy, con O, is a mummy. See, we don't say them the same. So, en este caso, digo, no soy británico, digo, you know, this thing with bandages wrapped all around it that you find in ancient Egypt. All right. So, did you hear about the angry mummy? Yeah, he flipped his lid. Oh, that was really good. He flipped his lid. No? Well, to flip something is volcarlo, darle la vuelta, right? Even yourself, you can do a flip, una voltereta. But to flip your lid, well, what is the lid? The lid is the top, la tapadera, no? La tapa. So the lid of his coffin, me imagino, right? Their sarcophagus is in some kind of coffin, un ataúd, right? So do you get it? Did you hear about the angry mummy? He flipped his lid. No, hizo, quitó su tapa. You get it? No? I guess you would have to know that the expression to flip your lid means to get really angry, cabrearse. He flipped his lid. Oh, man, what did you do? Oh, the boss is going to flip his lid when he finds out. That means he's going to go crazy. He's going to get really angry. But also, literally, if you're in a coffin and you flip the lid, pues abres la tapa del ataúd. He flipped he's angry mummy. Okay. All right. Fine. I've got another one for you over here. Let's see. When did Caesar reign? César, we say Caesar. When did Caesar reign? Oh, I didn't know he reigned. Of course he did. Didn't they hail him? You get it? No. When did Caesar reign? Mandar también es lluvia. And the answer, there's 2 puns in the answer. I didn't know he reigned. No sé que él llovió. Of course he did. Didn't they hail him? And hail is ave César, but hail is also granizo. Rain, hail. Hail Caesar. Granizo César, ave, same word. So when did Caesar reign? Oh, I didn't know he reigned. Of course he did. Didn't they hail him? Rain, hail. All right. Last one. Why did the archaeologist go bankrupt or declare Chapter 11, as we say in the United States? Why did the archaeologist go bankrupt? Because his career was in ruins. His career was in ruins. I think that one works in Spanish, no? Estaba en ruina. En las ruinas era su carrera. He worked among ruins in Rome and Egypt. Because his career was in ruins. All right. Well, make no bones about it. Make no bones about it. No te equivoques. Las cosas claras. Make no all right, guys. I'm serious. Now we're going to wrap up. Wrap, envolver, mummy. Oh, man, it's time for famous birthday trivia. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. That's right, folks. Let's see who's celebrating a birthday today. The first person was born in 1946. Probably one of the most famous directors ever to walk the planet. He co-founded DreamWorks, and he pioneered the modern blockbuster, you could say, with Jaws, Star Wars. And let me explain something. This guy's amazing, but his movies would be nothing without John Williams. John Williams, the guy who does the soundtracks. Dun, 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 in Raiders of the Lost Ark and all the Indiana Jones movies, or the Star Wars. I mean, the Jaws. Doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. In fact, the first half of the movie, you don't see the shark. It's only the music, and you like the camera shows the water, and you hear doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum. You might see a little fin dorsal, but that's it. It's all the music that's making you feel that way. The music and them saying, oh, we got to get these people, we got to cancel the holidays. You've all seen it. It was kind of the blockbuster. And then he followed it up. E.T., I mean, come on. Like him or not, he's done it all. Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, AI, artificial intelligence, before everybody was talking about it, before it was the talk of the town, la comedia del pueblo. Amistad, we were talking about ships before. That was about the slave ship. War of the Worlds, Ready Player One, Munich, West Side Story, and so much more. And he also founded Amblin and DreamWorks, as I said before, and they produced Poltergeist, Gremlins, Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Band of Brothers. So I think we could say this is a heavyweight, if there ever was one. And speaking of heavyweight, our next guitarist, songwriter is as heavy as they get. And I don't mean fat. Okay. So right now we've got two living legends. They're alive. This guy, I don't know how, the second guy, because he can't get no satisfaction. No way. No way. But if he tries sometime, he just might find you get what you need. Probably one of the most famous riffs ever.
Bam, ba, na, 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 na. I can't get no. It's not the lead singer, not the guy with the lips. The guy that nobody believes is still alive. Oh, and by the way, I just finished it. I'm working on some episodes for January of FYI, and I just finished an episode on the Rolling Stones. You guys are going to love it. Well, this guy's their guitarist. Come on. Everybody knows him. And last but not least, this guy was born in 1954, an American actor. He was in Field of Dreams, a very popular American movie with Kevin Costner. It's about baseball and his relationship with his father. But he was really, really famous after playing Henry Hill in the film Goodfellas, which I highly recommend if you have not seen that. He was also in Copland. He was in Killing Them Softly, Marriage Story, John Q, Blow, and so many other movies. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your movie queen, Chris Valrón. Number one, Steven Spielberg. No, I'm joking. I'm not. I will not. Let's say that word. I'm going to tell you two that you guys will always say again. You'll never say them wrong again. You'll always say them right from now on. Stevens. Piensa que no es Steven, it's Stevens. Steven Spielberg. Y ya no puedes decir Steven Spielberg. You're just Stevens, Bruce Springsteen. La S de Bruce se une con la S de Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. Y no hay pausa ahí. Pues igual. Same thing over there. All right. So Steven Spielberg. Keith Richards is number 2. And number 3, Ray Liotta. And this will bring us to our scene from Goodfellas. We already heard the extended scene. Great job to the ladies. Laura and Chris Valrón. Henry says, you're a funny guy. You know, the same way you would say to anybody who's telling a story. And Tommy goes, what do you mean? The way I talk? What? And the pauses, evidentemente las pausas ahí incómodas son la clave. Y las caras. That's why you have to watch the scene. What? And he goes, it's just, and then he's stuttering. And he goes, you stuttering prick you. Prick is another way of saying penis, but it's capullo. You're stuttering, que tartamudes, ¿no? Que estás asustadizo ahí. So he goes, it's just you know, it's just funny, you know, the way you tell a story and everything. There's birthday boy Ray Liotta. He goes, funny how? I mean, what's funny about it? So here it is, classic scene from a classic movie. It's your homework during the holiday seasons. Watch Goodfellas.
You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And great job to all of you. Excellent job today, really. I never like to say what day of the week it is just because you can listen to this whenever you want. But usually this day of the week, people are, you know, kind of asleep at the wheel, como decimos, dormidos al volante, but not you guys. You guys were on your toes. So awesome job. As always, it's been a pleasure. Stay tuned because you've got Ximena Holiday up next with Test Your English. And as I said, we'll be here all week getting ready for the holiday season, learning English, laughing, and sharing together, my amigos. I couldn't think of a better way to go into the holiday season than hanging out with you guys and getting in the Christmas spirit. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to take a look at a classic right now. This is a total classic. It's the Rolling Stones, which I think you're going to love that episode. So stay tuned. That's coming up in January. In fact, I can even tell you when. So you want me to show with no namers? Only people in my community really know this.
We're coming back January 5th with Amsterdam. January 12th, Elon Musk. January 19th, the Rolling Stones, or the Stones, as we call them. You call them Los Rolling. We call them the Stones. Well, that's the first thing we get out of the way in the episode. Lo primero. Si lo vas a decir en inglés, don't tell people I like the Rolling, sino I like the Stones. And this is, I mean, it's hard to choose a favorite song, I realized, when I was preparing those episodes. And this is definitely in my top 3. The song is Painted Black, and it's just got that kind of hypnotizing thing going on there. Right? I mean, it's and it comes in, and one of the great things about the Rolling Stones is they've experimented with all kinds of instruments and genres. So the lyrics go, I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore. I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. If you don't know this song, you are missing out. It is amazing. He goes, so I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes, and I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. O sea, soy un mal pensado ahí. I see a line of cars, and they're all painted black with flowers and my love, both never to come back. So it's a dark song, but that's what made the Rolling Stones, the Rolling Stones. Thank you so much, everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow with more. It's been an absolute pleasure. Ciao for now. Woo! I see a red